Hi guys, good evening. And today, we'll try to understand one of the interesting feature. We'll try to figure out something interesting today. So that is how to use generative AI in our software testing stuffs, right? So there are a number of processes that we have to follow in software testing. How can we use generative AI, and how can we boost our productivity using the generative AI in our testing phases, right? So let us try to understand, the concept is how to use generative AI in software testing or automation testing. So assume that there is a feature called there is a chatbot which gives the response based on the user input. So this is the feature. There is a normal chatbot, any chatbot, for an instance. Say for example, if you log into some any of the healthcare application, which are obviously it asks you how it can help you, like that. So if you provide some prompt, based on that it will redirect you. So there are a number of chatbots, right? So nowadays AI is into AI is acquiring all the fields, and it is it is growing very rapidly, and it has acquired almost all the fields. And if we are not integrating the AI into our testing process, and if we are not increasing our productivity, then it will be a kind of drawback for us, guys. So don't let that drawback to be in our life. So we will also try to learn how do we make use of all these technologies advancement happening in the world. So okay, fine. Anyway, this is the feature chatbot which gives the response based on the user input. So this is the feature. Assume in every software application, there are kind of many applications, many features can be implemented. Based on the features, the test cases may vary. So just for an example, I am taking this as a feature. So the generative AI is just a part of the AI tree. AI is an universe, guys. So that's a big tree. Generative AI is just a part of it. So if you want to want to see the structure, the tree structure. So this is an artificial intelligence, which is basically for a machine is trained based on a large set of data to identify the patterns and to provide some kind of a predictions. So that is the overall the concept of artificial intelligence. Under artificial intelligence, there is a machine learning, and there is a deep learning, and there are other applications robotics and expert systems, so like that. So under machine learning, there are multiple things: supervised learning and unsupervised learning and reinforcement learning. And under deep learning, convolution neural networks is there, and recurrent neural networks is there, transformer is there, and the generative AI is there, guys. So generative AI is just part of artificial intelligence, and that too it comes under the deep learning. So the generative AI is it's basically if you provide some kind of an prompt to that generative AI, it can create the text, or it can create the content based out of it. So that is what the generative AI. So if you want to know more about this artificial intelligence and large language model, please let me know in the comments, guys. So I would love to make a video on that as well. So I'll try that as well. So okay, so coming back to this one, coming back to the testing. So let us try to understand this one. So for this I am going to use ChatGPT. Okay. So any for an instance, any generative AI, we can make use of it for this kind of an activities. So I'll use ChatGPT. Okay. So for this ChatGPT, the one major thing which is required is that how do you prompt? Based on that prompt only, ChatGPT is going to provide the responses. So your prompting should be accurate, guys. So here, if you are not getting the response actually what you wanted to get, so then you have to refine your prompt and you have to try. So it's a kind of trial and error method until you get the proper response, the response that you expected. So that is what it is. And also, one more thing I wanted to tell you, that ChatGPT will always provide the accurate results. So some sort of manual review is required. So you have to go through it and you have to review it. So then you have to correct it wherever it is necessary. Okay. So let us take a look into that. So what are major things comes into the testing phases, right? So one is we have to create the test plans, and then we have to create the manual test cases. So then we have to create automation test cases. So this is what possible from Gen AI. So Gen AI, one more limitation from generative AI is that it cannot perform any actions, guys. So there is one more concept in the AI called AI agents. So that can perform the actions, but generative AI alone cannot perform any actions or live interactions. It can never does that. So it is generative AI is trained based on certain amount of data. Based on that, if you provide some prompt, it will provide some responses. So the generative AI we can make use of at these three places, I guess, when it comes to testing. So there is something called AI agents. So that can be used. Based on the prompt, it can go and perform some actions. So that can be done. If you want to know more about that as well, please let me know. I can create one more video on that. AI agent is one more interesting topic, guys. So there is no doubt about that. So let us go with these things. Okay, so we need to create a test plan first, right? So this is the feature. So what I am going to prompt is like, there is a chatbot which gives the response based on the user input. uh, Provide the detailed test plan for this. Okay, so this is the prompt that I'm going to give it to the ChatGPT. So let us see what it gives. Okay, so let me open this one, and this is where the ChatGPT is open, and you just enter this first. Okay, so it started creating the test plan. So it already started including the test cases as well, guys. So it's fine. So let us go through that one. And yeah, let us see such a detailed information that it is trying to give us, is that there are many things it is giving, guys. Hmm? So let us explore this one by one. So let us go up first, and so it has created test plan for chatbot response system. So introduction. So the test plan outlines the strategy, scope, objectives, and approach for a testing chatbot that generates the response based on the user input. So objective: ensure the chatbot correctly interprets and process the user input, valid the validate the response are accurate, relevant, and contextual. So test the chatbot performance, security, and reliability and conditions, and identify the fixed defects before deployment. Scope: functional testing, UI testing, performance testing, security testing, compatibility testing, usability testing, and error handling. So it may not, I mean, we may not no need to do few things here. So that is why I told you, like, it cannot give always all the things. So here you can review, and you can remove few things, and you can add few things out of scope, non-relevant, and third-party APIs. So the test approach also it has given: unit testing, validate the individual components, and integration testing, and system testing, and user acceptance testing. So this is what the test plan that the ChatGPT has given. So let us try to paste it over here. So this is the uh, test plan. So now we need to create the test cases, right? For that also, I'm going to provide a prompt. So I'll just change prompt in such a way that it can provide the detailed test cases. There is a chatbot which gives the response based on the user input feature. User input, provide the detailed test cases which contains the columns. So because it has given the test cases in is format, but in its format, so I want few more columns to be added, right? So in test case ID, and scenario, and test steps, and expected results, and actual results, comma, bug ID, and here somewhere we need to put the test case ID, comma, scenario, and the test steps, and here we have to put test data as well, right? Test data, and expected result, actual result, and bug ID, and what is one more column? Status, guys. Status, let us put it last. Status. Okay, so this is the prompt I'm going to give. So because ChatGPT did not create the columns that I'm expecting. Correct. So let me go back and let me close this one and come back and provide this prompt here. Yeah, the same plan only it is like refining. So let us check that one, guys. Yeah, see, it has created. Verify the chatbot launches correctly. Open the chatbot and verify the chatbot process simple text input and verify the chatbot handle multiple intents. So here two questions involved. What is the weather and followed by tell me a joke. So both the questions should be processed. So this is one very good test case. So verify the chatbot recognizes the greetings. Yeah, fine. Verify the chatbot handles the unknown inputs. Yeah, this is also a very good test case. Negative test case. And verify the chatbot maintains the conversation context. So that also there. And see guys how beautifully it is creating, like there are some 15 test cases it is already created. So you guys can copy it and you guys can go through this each and everything, and you guys can paste it and you can do whatever you wanted to do, right? Okay guys, so that is done. And next, coming back to the uh, for the same test cases, we need the automation testing code as well, right? Please provide the detailed automation testing code. Provide the detailed automation testing code using Java 7. Yeah, so I was clicking on another. Sorry. Okay, coming back here and provide the prompt. And again, yeah, it started like writing the code. And see guys how beautiful it is writing. And it will be done in some time. Yeah, it has created one in the I mean in the normal method. So I want this in testng format. I want this testng plus, not the Java main class. See, it is changing. Yes, exactly. This is what I wanted, guys. Yeah, that's it. So here it is missed some of the test annotations. So you guys can go and add that one. So that is what the kind of this is private messages, right? So, yeah, private method. So yeah, fine. So this is how it has created the code, and first it is launching all the setting up and verifying the test greetings and test, I mean question response and unknown inputs it is verifying, and here where they are passing these values and whatever they are passing it is exactly, guys. So this is what that is how we can improve our productivity using the chat gpt or gen AI. So this is how we can make use of it, guys. So please you start using the gen AI in your wherever, not only in your testing field, even in your personal life or wherever your professional life. You start integrating AI into your life, and you boost your productivity to the 10x, 20x, 50x or 100x, guys. So that's all, guys. If you like my content, please hit the like button, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so very much.